Have you ever realized that your life is changing, little by little, every single day? But the difference only shows up after years have passed? When someone suddenly becomes rich, fit, or successful, we often say they were just lucky. But the truth is, their success didn't happen in a single day. It was the result of small daily choices, the kind no one notices, but that make all the difference. That's the real power of atomic habits. Tiny habits that slowly shape your identity, your thinking, and eventually, your entire life. If you want to wake up every day feeling proud of yourself, if you want to reach big success through small daily wins, then this video isn't just a story, it could be your new beginning. Welcome to my channel The Book Brief, where books become life-changing stories. Here, we turn powerful ideas into practical wisdom, one book, one story at a time. Subscribe and grow with us. Atomic Habits is not just another self-help book, it's a blueprint for real, lasting change. Written by James Clear, a world-renowned expert on habit formation, this book has sold over 15 million copies worldwide. James didn't just study psychology, he lived it. After a serious accident in high school, he rebuilt his life step by step, through small, consistent changes. And from that journey came this life-changing idea. Tiny habits plus time equals incredible results. This book is about mastering the small, so you can achieve the big. Small daily habits, whether good or bad, quietly shape your future. Just a 1% improvement every day can lead to massive transformation over time. Imagine an ice cube sitting on a table. The room temperature is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing happens. 27 degrees Fahrenheit, still frozen. 28 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, no visible change. 31 degrees Fahrenheit, still nothing. But the moment the temperature hits 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the ice begins to melt. Now ask yourself, was it just the 32 degrees Fahrenheit that made the difference? No, all the tiny increases before that mattered. They were silently building up pressure until the change became visible. This is how habits work. Progress feels invisible, until suddenly, everything changes. Imagine a person saving just 100 rupees a day. In a week, it's only 700 rupees. No big deal. But in a year, that's 36,500 rupees. And in 10 years, over 3.6 lakh rupees, without doing anything extraordinary. Or let's say someone starts walking just 10 minutes daily. It seems useless at first. But do it for 6 months, and your health, stamina, and mindset are transformed. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. We often overestimate the power of one big move, and underestimate the magic of small consistent actions. Small habits compound, like interest in a bank. Just 1% better every day, right pointing arrow 37 times better in a year. Don't wait for motivation or massive change, just start small and stay consistent. The most powerful way to change your habits is to change the way you see yourself. True behavior change is identity change. Most people focus on outcomes. I want to lose weight. I want to earn more money. I want to speak fluent English. But James Clear flips the script. Don't start with the goal, start with the identity. Instead of saying, I want to run 5 kilometers every day, say, I am a runner. When your habit becomes part of who you are, it becomes effortless. Imagine two people trying to quit smoking. Both are offered a cigarette. Small diamond person 1 says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. Small diamond person 2 says, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. Did you catch the difference? The first person still identifies as a smoker, just struggling. The second person has changed their identity, and that's powerful. If you want to build a reading habit, don't just say, I want to read more books. Start saying, I'm a reader. Then prove it to yourself by reading even 1 page a day. Each time you act like that person, your brain starts to believe it. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you wish to become. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep casting votes for the kind of identity you want to build. Focus on identity first, not just outcomes. Build habits that align with who you want to be. Small actions done consistently equals deep identity shift. Small habits don't seem to matter in the moment. But over time, they multiply, just like compound interest in a bank. Every tiny improvement adds up, and one day, it creates massive change. Two friends start going to the gym together. After the first week, no real difference. A month passes, still no major change. One friend gets frustrated and quits. The other, he just shows up daily. No pressure, no rush, just consistency. Fast forward 6 months, the second friend looks fitter, more confident, more energetic. Now everyone says, wow, he changed overnight. But no, it was never overnight. It was the compounding effect of daily 1% improvements. Meditating just 10 minutes a day might feel useless at first. But 6 months later, your mind is calmer, more focused, and emotionally balanced. Saving 50 rupees a day may seem small. But in 5 years, you'll have a solid savings fund, stress-free. Tiny changes may not be noticeable today, but they are never wasted. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to do big things once. You need to do small things every day. Habits are the compound interest of personal growth. Results don't come instantly, they build over time. 1% better every day equals unstoppable success. Every habit follows a pattern, and once you understand it, you can build good habits and break bad ones easily. James Clear introduces the habit loop, which has 4 stages. 1. Cue, the trigger. 2. Craving, the desire behind the habit. 3. Response, the actual action. 4. Reward, the benefit you get. This is the psychology behind how habits form, and how they stick. James shares the story of hospital nurses who saved a man's life, not because of test results, but because he didn't look right. They had seen so many patients, for so long, that their brains had built a habit of recognizing danger automatically. This is called automatic behavior. It happens without thinking, because the habit loop is deeply ingrained. The same process works in our daily lives, whether it's scrolling your phone, checking notifications, or eating late at night. These behaviors are automatic, but the good news is, we can reprogram them. Cue, you hear a notification sound, ding. Message alert. Craving, you feel curious or bored, what did they say? Response, you check your phone, open the app. Reward, you feel pleasure or relief, nice comment or reply. Now the brain learns, next time you're bored, check your phone. That's how habits are born, through rewards. Want to build a new habit like reading every day? 1. Cue, keep your book on your pillow. 2. Craving, imagine the peace or knowledge you'll get. 3. Response, read at least 1 page. 4. Reward, feel proud that you stayed consistent. Want to break a bad habit like binge eating at night? 1. Remove the cue, don't keep junk food visible. 2. Replace the craving with a better desire, make herbal tea or go for a short walk. 3. Make the response difficult, don't keep snacks nearby. 4. Give yourself a new reward, journal your progress, celebrate a win. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Habits don't stick because of motivation, they stick because of systems. If you design your habit loop correctly, success becomes automatic. Every habit follows a 4-step loop. Cue, right pointing arrow, craving, right pointing arrow, response, right pointing arrow, reward. Make good habits easy to start, and bad habits harder to continue. Don't depend on willpower, design your environment and system. If you want to stick to a new habit, tie it to a specific time and place. James Clear explains that motivation is unreliable. If you truly want to build a habit, you need an actionable plan, called an implementation intention. In a research experiment, 2 groups were asked to build a healthy habit. Group A was simply told, try to exercise this week. Group B was told, I will exercise on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. in my local park. Guess which group actually followed through? Group B, because they made a clear decision, when and where to take action. What is implementation intention? 1. Situation, I will, action. When I finish brushing in the morning, I will meditate for 10 minutes. After dinner, I will write 1 gratitude in my diary. While making afternoon tea, I will listen to an English podcast. The more specific your plan, the more automatic your action becomes. It removes decision making and builds consistency. Another powerful method shared by James Clear is habit stacking. This means attaching a new habit to an already existing one. After current habit, I will, new habit. After I make my bed in the morning, I will drink a glass of water. After turning off my phone at night, I will read 10 pages of a book. After opening my laptop at work, I will write my to-do list. If you want to start doing yoga, implementation plan. I will do yoga at 6 a.m. in my living room every day. Habit stacking. After brushing my teeth, I will roll out my yoga mat and do 10 minutes of yoga. If you want to learn a new language, after dinner, I will complete one Duolingo lesson. Don't rely on willpower. Rely on systems. Habits stick when we stop wishing and start planning. So think right now. What is one good habit you want to start from tomorrow? Now decide, when and where will you do it? Motivation fades, but planning creates consistency. Use the I will formula implementation intention. Use after I will formula habit stacking. Fix a time and place, and half your habit is already formed. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and your systems begin with your environment. Imagine a man who wants to stop eating junk food. He's motivated, disciplined, and focused. But his kitchen shelf is still full of chips, cookies, and soda. Every time he walks in, temptation screams at him. Now imagine another man with the same goal. But his kitchen only has fruits, nuts, and healthy snacks. Who's more likely to succeed? The answer is obvious. Because environment beats motivation every time. James Clear shares a powerful experiment from Vietnam War. During the war, many US soldiers became addicted to heroin. The US feared they'd return home as addicts. But shockingly, 90% of them quit within months of returning. Why? Because they left the environment where the habit existed. Back home, there were no triggers, no suppliers, no stress, no fellow addicts. This showed one thing clearly. Change the environment, and the habit can disappear. Don't rely on discipline, design your surroundings to support the habit. Want to drink more water? Right pointing arrow, keep a water bottle on your desk. Want to read more? Right pointing arrow, place a book on your pillow every morning. Want to avoid social media? Right pointing arrow, log out and move apps to a hidden folder. Want to wake up early? Right pointing arrow, keep your alarm across the room. Your eyes guide your actions. What you see, you do. James Clear calls this the cue principle in the habit loop. If the cue is visible and easy, you're more likely to follow through. So ask yourself, is your healthy habit easy to see? Or is your bad habit hiding in plain sight? Let's say you want to start journaling. If your notebook is in a locked drawer, you'll probably forget it. But if it's open on your bedside table, with a pen beside it, you are far more likely to write every night. Make the good habits obvious. Make the bad habits invisible. Your habits are not just a result of your character. They are a result of your surroundings. Want better habits? Start by changing the room, not just the routine. Motivation is temporary, but environment is constant. You act based on what you see, visual cues matter. Make the habit cue visible, accessible, and easy. Remove bad cues to break bad habits. Structure your space to support your goals. Habits are formed when they feel easy to do. Start big habits with small, simple steps. The 2-minute rule: make any habit so small that there's no resistance to doing it. Examples: workout, right pointing arrow, just do 5 push-ups. Read more, right pointing arrow, just read 1 page daily. This is called a gateway habit. A small action that leads you toward a bigger habit. In habits, consistency matters more than perfection. Starting the task is more important than finishing it. Start small. Do it daily. That's the secret to habit success. Behind every bad habit, there's a deeper reason. Most of us try to break bad habits, like mindless phone scrolling, overeating, or sleeping late. But we often ignore what triggers those habits in the first place. James Clear says, the key to breaking a bad habit is to understand what causes it. Ayush, a 25-year-old guy, had a habit of grabbing his phone the moment he woke up. Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp. 2 to 3 hours would pass before he even started his day. He used to blame himself, I have no self-control. But one day, he asked a deeper question, why do I keep doing this? After reflecting, he realized something important. He was lonely. Scrolling through social media wasn't just entertainment. It was his escape from the empty, anxious feeling inside. So instead of just hiding his phone, he changed his approach. He placed his phone outside the bedroom, started his morning with meditation and journaling, scheduled weekly calls or meetups with friends, added purpose to his day instead of running from discomfort. Within weeks, his phone usage dropped. Because he was no longer escaping, he was living. Don't fight the habit. Understand the emotion behind it. True change happens not when we resist the behavior, but when we heal the need behind it. So if you're stuck in a bad habit, look closer, ask deeper. The answer is not in control, it's in awareness. The power of being consistent, not perfect. We often think success comes from big leaps and perfect routines. But James Clear says, the real power lies in never missing twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit. Anya, a working woman in her 30s, wanted to lose weight. She began waking up at 6 a.m., doing yoga, and eating clean. For 2 weeks, she was unstoppable. Then one morning, she overslept. She felt guilty. Maybe I'm not made for discipline. She missed the next day too. And slowly, her habit broke, just like before. This time, she did something different. She remembered one line she had written in her diary. It's okay to fall. Just don't stay down. So the next day, even though she felt low, she did just 5 minutes of stretching and drank warm water. That single act reminded her. Success is not about being perfect, but about coming back every time. Within days, her rhythm returned. Your habits don't need to be perfect. They just need to be consistent. Missed one workout? Come back tomorrow. Ate unhealthy today? Eat better at the next meal. Lost focus today? Don't wait for Monday, restart now. Progress isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about not letting one mistake become your new pattern. That's the atomic habit mindset. Humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities, not too easy, not too hard. This is known as the Goldilocks rule, named after the fairy tale where Goldilocks chooses the porridge that is just right. Arjun wanted to learn the guitar. In the beginning, he learned basic chords, it was fun. But soon, easy songs bored him. So, he tried to play a complex solo, it frustrated him, and he almost quit. Then his teacher gave him a slightly harder version of the song he already knew. That changed everything. It challenged him, but didn't overwhelm him. He practiced more. Slowly, he got better and kept climbing levels. If it's too easy, we get bored. If it's too hard, we feel defeated. But if it's just beyond our current level, we enter a state of flow, where time flies and learning feels exciting. That's the Goldilocks zone. 1. Fitness. If you're used to walking 3 kilometers, challenge yourself with 3.5 kilometers, not 10 kilometers. 2. Learning a language. If you know 100 words in English, try reading children's books, not novels. 3. Work. Take projects that stretch you, but don't stress you out. After repeating a habit for months or years, it gets boring. Even if you're good at it, you stop improving. Why? Because growth lives just outside the comfort zone. The greatest threat to success is not failure, it's boredom. Keep adjusting the difficulty level of your habit. Add a small challenge every time you get too comfortable. Track your improvement, it fuels motivation. Stay in the Goldilocks zone, where progress is possible, but comfort is not permanent. That's how champions train. That's how learners grow. That's how habits become powerful. When habits start holding you back. Good habits help you grow, but if you're not flexible, those very habits can limit your growth. Shreya used to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. By 6 o'clock, she was journaling. By 6:30, she meditated. By 7 o'clock, she exercised. After that, she started studying. Each day began with discipline, and she felt proud of her consistency. But after a few months, one day it was raining, she couldn't go for a walk. Her day felt ruined. One night there was a party, she couldn't wake up early. She felt guilty. One day she was feeling sick, but still forced herself to complete her routine. Gradually, her routine stopped giving her freedom, and started to feel like a burden. When your habits become inflexible, you may get trapped in guilt, lose creativity and spontaneity, become a slave to your habits instead of their master. The more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity associated with that behavior. It means, if you write every day, you start identifying as a writer. If you eat healthy every day, you see yourself as fit and disciplined. But when you miss a day, your identity starts to shake, and that's the hidden danger of identity-based habits. 1. Maintain your good habits, but don't fear breaking them occasionally. 2. Instead of saying, I'm disciplined, say, I'm adaptable, and I grow with life's changes. 3. Stepping out of routine sometimes is also part of growth. You need habits to bring structure and consistency. You need flexibility to flow with the changing nature of life. A rigid identity doesn't make you strong, a flexible identity makes you unstoppable. Success is not just about building good habits, it's about knowing when to evolve them. Habits are the beginning of transformation, but true greatness comes when you know when to adjust, bend, or even break those habits. Good habits are the foundation of a better life. But real success comes not from being perfectly consistent, but from being wise and flexible. Don't let your routines become your cage. Let them be your wings. Build your habits with discipline, but evolve them with wisdom. If this story helped you see your habits in a new light, like this video, share it with someone who's stuck in the trap of perfection, and comment below. I choose to grow with flexibility and freedom. And if you're ready to master the power of tiny habits, subscribe to my channel The Book Brief. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, another step toward your best self.